Hey, it's Graham. Thanks for stopping by. I want to show you today a quick solo I wrote for a student of mine. Shout out to Charles. And the question was that I was trying to answer with this was, how do I turn my scale, my A minor pentatonic scale, into actual music? All right. So we're working with this fingering of the A minor pentatonic scale. Which is an excellent one to learn if you don't know it already. And so how do we turn that into music? And so the quick answer would be, I'm going to turn on my awesome backing track here. The quick answer would be to add rhythm to it. So and I kind of played around with it a lot when I first started doing this. I just kind of played around with those scales and like trial and error kind of thing, you know, not being afraid to go for it a little bit. But there is something you can do, you know, that's a little bit deeper than that. And that would be to go ahead and start phrases. So I'm going to show you my solo now. All right, so this little blue section is going to be my solo. And I got a little motif I'm going to work with here. So it's a whole step. I'm just playing G to A. Right? So I'm just kind of using this. I played this lick and then ended it back up with my whole step. So I kind of started with my whole step and then I ended with it too. So that's always a good idea. If you have a little lick that you want to play and you want to put in your solo, don't just play it. Maybe try to work into it and out of it. And the lick is in the middle or at the end a lot of times is really cool. But if you work into it with some improvised stuff and then go and play the lick, that is a really cool thing to do. And it gives you more material, right? Because if you just play your lick, then it's like, what do I play now? Okay, so let's check out this next section. In this section, we're gonna play just straight up the pentatonic scale, but this is a little trick I like to use. I like to play an eighth note on the first note and then quarter notes. So that gets you playing all on off beats. So we're one and like that. 3, 4 and. That kind of thing, right? And then next line, let's play this, starting here. This whole section, I'm just doing my little whole step motif, but I'm doing it in all the octaves on those notes, right? So. And then we've got a little bluesy lick, and that's, we kind of finish it out with some composed material or whatever, you know, so. Anyway, let's hear the whole thing, see how it sounds, right? 1, 2, 3. Let's start like this. This would be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Let's do one more. 2, 3, 4, and. It's so much fun. All right, so I couldn't help playing around a little bit there at the end. But try this out. And some things to keep in mind is try to create distinct phrases with beginnings and endings, you know, and very solid endings that everyone could understand. That kind of makes sense, right? So like this first phrase. All right, so this is a 4-bar phrase, right? And what ties it together is kind of the repetition of this idea at the very end, right? And going back into my idea. So that ties it all together as one story, one idea, right? So always try to phrase, you know, try to phrase in 4 and 8 and 16 bar phrases. There's a great thing to work on doing, right? It will make your, if you feel like your solos kind of go nowhere or are directionless and don't have any structure, that's probably why you don't have any concrete phrase lengths and your ideas aren't ever really ending properly, right? I want to show you one more idea here. This is the little synth line that they play. So this isn't on the Isley Brothers version. This is only on the Biggie Smalls, you know, Big Poppa song. So if you know, there is another pentatonic fingering up here on the 12th fret. And that would be a great one to learn, you know. I associate it with this minor chord here, an A minor chord. So this melody, I'm going to just play it in the zone right here. There you go. Fits perfectly over this track. 3, 4, and...